What's up, guys? It's your boy Ethan. Hope you're having a great day. Today I am at the Seminole Hard Rock here in Hollywood in Florida. Hopefully the last time I'll be playing for this 1-2 bankroll challenge. This fountain is beautiful. Anyways, super nice and warm here in Florida, here for the WPT tournaments, but I have an off day, which means I'm gonna play some cash. There's some 1-2 games running. I have $350 left to finish this bankroll challenge. Music is so loud, so I'm screaming out the top of my lungs, but I'm looking forward to today. I have like 4 hours to play, a very limited window to play some poker, and I really hope that I can find a way to finish this bankroll challenge, hit 5K in profit. Once I hit that, I am snap out of there, and let's finish this thing. I'm praying. $350 profit is the goal. It's never good to play poker with a profit goal in mind, but today's one of those days. Let's get into it, and let's run it up. With $350 to go into this bankroll challenge, let's get the job done today. One of the first hands to pick up ace-10 offsuit in early position. There's a $5 button straddle, and the player to my right limps in for $5. $5 definitely not going to stand. I raise it up to $25 before getting my chips, and I get the cutoff to make the call with about $200 in his stack. So going heads up here, in the flop comes Jack 9-5 Rainbow. Totally whiffed. I check. He bets $25, and I am out. Down $25 right off the bat, but no worries this next hand with Queen 10 of clubs in the big blind. Fireworks happen here when there's an under the gun and hijack player who limps. Cutoff raises to $15. Player to my right makes the call, and I don't want to 3-bet this one. Certainly going to be in the mix. I call, under the gun calls. So multi-way we go to a flop of 8-7-6 all clubs. Bink City here, and the player to my right actually hesitates for a bit on this flop and then checks. I'm thinking from his posture, it might be a tell that he has something, so I actually decide to lead out here into the field for $35. A little bit unconventional, obviously usually checks to the pre-flop aggressor, but flopping the flush, I bet 35. Action quickly folds around to the player on right, and he makes the call. So I'm rooting for a brick turn. Maybe he has the ace of clubs or something. The turn is a red 3. He checks again, and this is the brick I wanted to see. I bet $85, and he snap announces all in. I snap call, and let's hold, please, for the bankroll challenge. It might all be complete here. River comes a brick. I show my hand is good against his 6-7 for 2 pair. Insane cooler here. Literally 3 for 5 minutes into this session of sitting down. I win a massive one. My opponent had about $200 in his stack, and I have $615 in my stack. I started with $325, and oh my god, I'm so close. Literally $60 more to complete this challenge. Let's try to get there. Every single hand is now a sweat as I hopefully inch closer and closer towards the goal. I pick up Queen Deuce offsuit in the big blind, and this is a 4-way limped pot. The flop comes Queen 5-4 2 clubs. I have top pair, and action's going to check around. Turn now comes the 3 of spades, brings in a backdoor flush draw. I'm open-ended with top pair. I bet $10. Player to my left makes the call, and the cutoff makes the call. So 3 ways now to the river, which comes another queen, which is a pretty decent card. I have trips, but it's a spade, so a flush does get there. I decide to go for some thin value. I bet $15. Player to my left makes the call rather quickly. Cutoff folds, and the player to my left has King 5 of spades. For a flush. And all of a sudden now, I wanted to be inching closer to my goal, but I'm inching further away. I'm now like $95 away from the goal. Every single hand's a sweat. I'm literally counting how much I win and lose every single pot. And yeah, they certainly weren't going to make it easy for me to hit this 5K challenge, I guess. In the following hand, I pick up ace 3 offsuit on the button. There's a $5 straddle on under the gun, and action folds to me. I raise it up to $15, hoping to get this $15 back, but we get the small blind and big blind to call, whom both seem very tight at this table. Going to a flop of ace 9-4 rainbow. Action's going to check around. Sometimes I'm going to check some weaker aces here. When the turn comes another ace, well, that's really nice. Action checks to me again. Certainly have to bet for value. I bet $30. Both players fold. Very small hand, but it is $30 profit to my direction. I'm going to take every chance I get to inch up towards the goal. The very next deal now, next shuffle, I'm in the cutoff with Queen 10 offsuit. There's a button straddle, and there's an early position player who limps. I decided to try to isolate against this limper and raise to $20. Action folds to my limper, and he makes the call. So going to a flop here of King Jack 8. My opponent checks it over to me, and I have, well, open and straight draw. I bet $20, and my opponent goes all in? While I was writing the notes for the previous hand, I actually didn't look at my opponent's stack, and it shows that he only has $51. Yes, he went all in for $51. I guess I am going to have to call here. Definitely not folding, so I toss in 31 more bucks. He has ace, jack. Let's try to hit one of our draws, and no. He ends up improving to trips, actually. But, yeah, this one took a big hit, unfortunately. I'm moving further and further away from the goal, but until that is the third shuffle in a row, we got an interesting spot. I pick up aces the next deal now. Okay, let's rebound. I raise up $10. I get the player to my left and big blind to call. So 3 straight consecutive hands. We're going to a flop of 9-3-4, 2 hearts. Pretty innocent, safe-looking flop for me. So I decide to bet out $20. I get the big blind to make the call here, and we're going to a turn which comes a 6. A little bit more connected now, potentially favoring the big blind's range for sure, but when my opponent checks, I still have to go for value, and I decide to size up here to $80. Unfortunately, this $80 bet was a tad bit too large, maybe a little too greedy, maybe a little too distracted from trying to take down all these notes that happened back to back to back, because it ends up folding, so no more value. I end up just making a little bit of money back, and I am now currently about $100 away from the goal. A few orbits go by, and in this next hand, I pick up ace-jack offsuit on the hijack. The player to my right, Hunter, who is a vlog watcher, opens things up to $9. And I think here in position of him, and my hand serves more as a 3-bet instead of a call, so I just have to raise things on up here to 27, bumping up the size of the pot. Action folds around to him, and he just says he's making the call for the vlog. Who knows what that means? We're off to a flop of King 9-3, 2 hearts. He checks it over to me, and on these king high boards, certainly going to favor my range, so I bet $15. Let's get a fold here? No. Hunter makes the call, and we're going to a turn which is a bink ace. Well, actually, maybe a bink, because the flush did get there, as is the ace of hearts. My opponent checks again, and do I think there's merit for betting for value? Definitely more so if I had a heart, but let's go for another small bet. Gotta try to hit our goal, so I bet $35. Very small, and this gets another call. All right, interesting. As the pot is building, let's try to win this one. The river comes a board pairing 9. Now I have a pair of aces with the king kicker. My opponent checks again, and I don't know if I can get 3 streets of value here, so I decided to check this one back. I announce my ace and win. Shout out to Hunter. Now, because of him, vlog watcher that sat down, I have officially crossed my threshold. With $707 in my stack, this bankroll challenge is complete. So big thank you to Hunter here. I actually decided to play for a little bit. I called this session essentially a wrap and wanted to hang out with Hunter, wanted to hang out with the other people that watched the vlog at the table, as I wasn't going to hit and run in my own bankroll challenge. But because of that, I stopped filming and played casually for another hour. Did not record many hands, but I had to catch this one after the fact. I ended up actually winning about a $1,200 pot with aces. And here's the aftermath. I wish I had the hand history, but big shout out to Dalton, who was the opponent, who also watches the vlog. Unfortunately, I had aces and ended up getting a full double up. Essentially what happened was I 3-bet pre-flop. I bet small on a safe-looking flop. I bet big on the turn. My opponent goes all in, and sometimes you just got to call off, close your eyes with aces, and after winning a $1,200 pot, basically finding a full double up, safe to say that this bankroll challenge is very much complete now. Welcome to the room in which I sleep here at Seminole Hard Rock Hollywood, and let's go over the numbers because we did it. We freaking did it. We did it in the ace jack hand, and then like I played for another hour for fun. Wish I was able to capture some footage, but I thought the video was over and I was done filming. And then I win a really big pot with aces. So let's go over the summary of everything that happened. Got my notes on the phone. I'll add some screenshots here on the video. So the overall P&L, I ended up making $5,675. Dollars per hour is high, okay? I sun ran this entire session. I didn't like just play for a month and just run good for this month. You'll see this entire bankroll challenge took like 6 months to do. and I sun ran my time at 1-2 and 1-3. I mean, dollars per hour, $137. Dollars per session, $333. I only played 17 freaking sessions. I played 41 hours total. I mean, it's clearly possible to win, but being selective with either the game selection, rake selection, all of that is pretty important, I guess. I didn't do like the whole table hopping thing where, you know, you like really game select hard, but I used to do that when I was playing 1-2, where, you know, a place like this here that has like 15 1-2 games going on, you can just pick and choose which one you want to sit. But I didn't do that this challenge, and I still was able to do really well. I cashed in 13 of the 17 sessions. As people always ask about tips and stuff, I tipped $328, which is a hefty amount out of the 5,600, because usually from my experience, I tip like 10% of my winnings, which is just, you know, tax to the dealers. I just won at a really high rate, so I didn't tip close to that 10% number, but usually that's what I did. In that $1,200 pot that I won in this video, I tipped like $5, which is pretty much the maximum I'll ever tip at 1-2, because rake is really high. It's hard to win if you tip a lot. So if you tip like $3 consistently per hand, it's gonna add up a lot. And this is $328, basically tipping $1 per hand. Big blind per hour, 56. Obviously that win rate is really high, but you'll see I didn't, you know, I don't know. These numbers are ridiculous, but I played for 6 months and I had pockets of Sunrun. Locations, I won a lot at Resorts World, Hustler, and here, third, Hard Rock Hollywood. Lost at Aria, lost at Encore, lost at Cherokee, and everything else, you can see the dollars per hour is high, I guess. It's really high. I included a home game in this video. Yeah, I don't know. I guess my only losing sessions was at Aria. That time it took like a $600 blow, which was really big. The game, I basically was split between 1-2 and 1-3. Actually had a higher dollar per hour rate at 1-2, mainly because I think this Hard Rock session was crazy. We'll go over the exact session, how much I won, but yeah, it was crazy. Weekdays, I guess, is the thing. I lost on a Tuesday because I think that was the Aria game. And then by month, you'll see, I started this challenge in May. I ended it here in end of November here on the 26th. And yeah, that's it. I mean, the numbers are insane. It's obviously possible to win, and we'll go over this exact session here. I was in the game for $325, out of the game for $13.54 in under 3 hours of play. And that's perhaps with the bankroll challenge. So I wish I had something else to say, but it's nice to get this one done. Let me know what you guys think about this. Maybe I'll do something at 2-5 and maybe win like $10,000. Maybe sometime down the line, I'll start working on that. And this took 6 months to complete, just with all the travel and tournaments and Hustler and other stuff and making, you know, the other videos that you guys have been seeing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Want to do something relatable. The last 16 videos are just this bankroll challenge. So if you are looking to take your game seriously, I'm sure you can take a few tips from whatever I showcase in the past 16 videos this month. And yeah, more videos to come. And that's about it, besides the fact that I was thinking about making like a poker course, teaching you guys or teaching people how to win at 1-3, 1-2 at the lower stakes. That experience was paused for a number of different reasons, but let me know if that's something that you might be interested in. Maybe I'll resume that, maybe try to make that into a real thing. But yeah, if you want to learn, I'm sure you guys could pick up some tips on what I did in this whole video series. But yeah, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, let me know in the comments below. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Posting videos all month long. So tomorrow, there'll be another video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.